welcome today. This has always been one of my favorite it's a little concert, but it's a really nice one. It sort of celebrates springtime, but it's also a closing in that this is the last concert for third grade, and so it's the last concert at LES for all of the third grade parents, and that's how I feel. It gives me sad lip, because I'm certainly gonna miss my third grade friends. They have worked really hard and they've been rehearsing, so I think you'll really enjoy the show. And I always feel like the Chimes concert is a relaxing concert. It's a good way to start the day. So I hope you enjoy it. There's gonna be some very exciting introduction happening, but then enjoy the relaxing chimes and enjoy the last third grade concert for your student at LES. It's the beginning, the beginning of the close of the third grade year. Thank you. I just saw Dr. Zuckerman come in. Thank you for joining us this morning. And as always, if we can start with a big round of applause for Mr. Beal, who makes this all possible. Just for you, who works so hard to make this possible.
Okay, you might want to get your cameras ready. All right, ladies and gents, it's wonderful to see you today. While I do a quick introduction, I would like Mrs. Gallagher's class to quietly go to their chimes places. We'll get started shortly. And my name is Dan Beal. I think you might know that by now. I have had the pleasure since kindergarten to work with these wonderful students who have become very talented young musicians. And today is just another chapter in being a third grader at LES. You've seen them sing in the winter concert. You've seen some of them as young composers on iPads. You've seen them show their dramatic flair in the musical. This is really the music literacy piece of our program here. They are reading music like a band or orchestra member would. They're burying their eyes in their music scores. They're watching the conductor. This is really a great example of how all that creativity we have and all the acting, there's also this really great piece of learning how to read music here at LES. And so this is a great demonstration of that. So without further ado, we're going to get started with Mrs. Gallagher and Miss Bhatia students. Can you give them a big round of applause? Shoulders, please. So in case you're wondering what these things are, they're called tone chimes. And my predecessor, oh, Miss Miller's class, you can get into position now. Miss Becky Young, who was my predecessor, spent many hours of work writing grants to get these here. We are the only elementary school in the district that was lucky enough to have these, and I can't take credit for that. Mrs. Young believed in tone chimes and brought this program to our school. Of course, in 4th grade, they do have it at LIS, so it does continue into the next building. And one thing that's really challenging is that there's a lot of chimes up here. They've got to know exactly which one to pick up, or it's not going to sound so good. So there's a lot of meticulous organization that goes into it, and notice I didn't have to help them, which I'm very proud of. They know exactly what to do. So we're going to move right along here, and I'm hoping we can give a big round of applause for Miss Miller's class. So, things happen, and I just want to acknowledge all the hard work that Cole Satimi did. He's not feeling so well, but I grew 2 more arms and played 4 chimes. I was not showing off. Anyway, so it happens, but just give it up for Cole. He worked really hard over here, and it happens, right? But I want to say he did a wonderful job in preparation. Miss Lucy's class, how quietly can you make your way to the spots? So another thing about the tone chimes you may not know is that if you were to take a piano and peel off every single key, that's what these are. All the ones that are silver represent the white keys of a piano, and they go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the musical alphabet over and over and over again. Like this is a C4. Quinn, can you play a C7 for me? That's C7. Here's C4. So they change in size. The larger they are, the lower they are. So the L works there. And the smaller they get, the higher they are. And then the black chimes, kids get very excited about the black chimes. And I try to tell them, it's just the black keys of the piano. It's like, I don't care, I want a black chime. But basically the black chimes represent the black keys of a piano. So not quite as many black ones, and not every class gets to use them. And I think only 2 here, depending on what song you're playing. So we're going to continue right along here with Miss Lucy's class. Can you give them a big round of applause, please? Some of you may be happy that recorders came home. Some of you maybe not so much. I can promise you, don't blame the recorder. Saxophones sound like that when they come home too, and so do violins. And if you want your child to be a musician, they have to start somewhere. I did instruct them on the proper ways of playing. They should be whispering which word into their recorder, not blowing, ever, or your neighbors will move out. So I talked to them about this, and so far, look at the self-control in these kids. They've got a recorder inches from their mouth, and they're not playing. Professional musicians up here in the making. So, I wrote this in your program, so I won't talk much about it, but we are very lucky to have written a grant to get a program called Quaver's music curriculum, and then we were even more lucky to have our Office of Instructional Services support us in bringing that curriculum back to our district. It is cutting edge. It has made so many different aspects of our music education so much more fun and engaging without sacrificing any of the content. And this is a great display of what Quaver is. So we've got 4 songs for you. They're all rather short. You're going to see a little more theatrics. This is not technically just an instrumental concert. You're going to hear some rapping, some singing, and some very strange voices in one song. So hopefully they won't forget to look at you, because it took a lot of brain power to figure out how can I show music up there and let them see you. So this is what I came up with. So hopefully you got a good angle. Okay, so let's get started with our first song, Walk Like a Mummy. Are we ready? All right, recorders, get those fingers glued to the right spots, and let's begin. So in case you were wondering, that was just one note. But it was pretty interesting, wasn't it? It's one of the reasons I love Quaver. They took one note and made it fun. And they're reading rhythms and notes and rests. So let's go on to another song. Same exact rhythm. Rhythm's the same, but it's very different. They're now learning a different note, which is A. And they're going to rap for you. Hopefully loud and clear, right? Because what if they don't know where A is on the treble staff? We got to tell them. Okay, here we go with triple A, AAA. What do we call this one? Triple A. Okay. All right, 2 fingers on top. Here we go. Start fast. Ready, here we go. Bring your body, left finger. Okay, I better warn the parents about this one. So, like I said, Quaver is taking all the important music concepts, not sacrificing any of the important stuff, but making it fun. Who has heard the phrase in their house, ba ba ooh la la, eat some pizza in your car? I apologize for that as well. But I hope they'll do what I asked them to and hopefully make you chuckle a little bit on the first one, right? The other ones, just be as weird as you want and stay in your spot. Okay, ba ba ooh la la. Oh, and I told them I would tell you that this is the hardest song we do. That was all A, the one before that was all B. This alternates between B and A. Now, they've also learned G as well, but I didn't want them to stress out before the concert, so we just kept it to those two notes. But this is the most challenging song you're going to hear, so watch how the music looks a little more complicated up there, and they did a really nice job with this. Okay. Are you ready to eat pizza in your car? No. Not really. Here we go. Okay, so third graders, if you could be silent for a moment. This is the part where I don't cry, I promise. I've had these wonderful kids since kindergarten. I can't believe what's happened in 4 years. I'm so proud of you all. You've worked so hard. You've put up with a very fast-moving, very demanding teacher, but I hope you really enjoyed yourself, because I really enjoyed myself doing all those concerts with you. Young Composers Night, the musical, and I just want you to know that all of you need to continue with music. Keep singing, keep studying instruments, keep creating songs, and make sure you come visit me and check in, okay? Because I'm so proud of you all right now. How about a big clap for our third graders? So, this next song, unless you told your parents, maybe it's a surprise for some of you, is a story of this poor sheep that ate a recorder. And that's all I can tell you. The rest of the story will be told by our third graders, who are going to sing in their last singing song at LES. You're going to make it big, right? All right. So, presenting without further ado, Perry the Sheep. standing out. I think they deserve it. Big clap for our third graders. Folks, keep the applause going for our third grade teachers and all the support they've given us this year in the classroom and a lot of rehearsals and a lot of schedules. Keep it going for Mrs. Lockett, our principal. You clap for Mrs. Lockett, students. Miss Testa made this wonderful program. And thank you for being here and supporting the music program. And please check in with me every once in a while. Let me know what they're up to. I think you got some talented musicians here. Okay, thank you everybody. Have a wonderful rest of the day. All right, put your